Hello everyone. In this video, we will explore how to create a customizable LED light dimming control circuit using a car MP3 IR remote and a tiny 85 microcontroller. With the project, you'll learn how to not only turning on off but also add dimming capabilities to your LED lights, allowing you to adjust the brightness to suit your preference or create an ambience for different occasions. Note that this project will use 24-volt DC LED strip. For the LED lights, we use the 24-volt DC LED strip, depending on its current to select a correct power relay, which will be used to turn the LED strip on and off. For a tiny 85 microcontroller, we can buy it from the Amazon. I should pick a through-hole IC. It will be convenient for you to program. And for a car MP3 IR remote and module and IR sensor or receiver, they also are from the Amazon. They used to be sold together. And for LED and resistor, you can pick any standard through-hole LED and a quarter watt resistor with a value from 5K to 10K. And for Arduino, you got any Arduino Uno and maybe Nano, but I like to use the Uno. For a 24-volt DC, we can use the adapter 24-volt, or maybe you have a power supply like I provide in the picture. But make sure the current must be greater than the LED strip current. Now we can start for the design. The first step, we need to find the remote key code. That means we need to know what the code for each key on the car MP3 remote controller. Okay, so we can connect the circuit to provide straightforward. We have the Arduino Uno and the IR sensor or receiver. So we can provide the power for the sensor. Use 5 volt from the Arduino and the ground to the center pin of the sensor, and the left pin will be the signal out. So the signal out will input into pin 4, like actually that's the D4 on the Arduino. And for the resistor and the LED, that's additional for you. So when we click the button on the remote controller, we can see the LED will light on. And remember, select the bar rate on the serial monitor to matching what we set on the program. On the program, we set up 57,600. So on this serial monitor, we need to select this to matching that number, okay? Now on step 2, we design the circuit to make the controller board. And you can use any software you like, but I use the Eagle. And on the circuit, you see that On the top circuit, the top part is the power, and we use the 24 volt to convert into 5 volt to provide for sensor and a tiny 85 microcontroller. And for the relay, I still use the 24 volt, and because it will provide for the LED strip. And on the power, that I have another circuit that to next to it that for the overvoltage protection. And from my experience, sometimes it's happen and then will kill my tiny 85. So I put the protection circuit to protect my microcontroller. And when the IR sensor receives the signal from the remote control, the car MP3 and input into the tiny 85. If it is on off the signal, and the tiny 85 will provide an active high to engage the relay to turn on the LED strip on. Also, if the receiver signal is to adjust the brightness, and the tiny 85 microcontroller will output the corresponding PWM wave through a power MOSFET to control the LED strip brightness. In design step 3 should be to create a PCB. Again, I use the Eagle and I create a PCB. And remember to create PCB layout based on the schematic just created above on step 2. And we can use the 2 layer for this simple design. And don't forget to make the layer a larger trace for the power and for the LED strip. That's it. For design step 4, that's writing a program. The program keeps looping for receiving signal from the IR remote controller. And on the program, for this program, I will use only for the one line LED strip. And I use this key CH channel on the remote control to turn on the LED on and off toggle. And the key previous is low at brightness. The key next will be the medium, and the key play will be the brightest. Okay. So on the coding, on the program, the L1 state is to toggle the key channel CH for on and off. If the recently state is on, and will be off, and so on. If the recent state is off, will be on. And when the tiny 85 receives the brightness adjusting signal, it will execute the built-in PWM function, analog write, to output to the power MOSFET to control the LED brightness. For the design step 5, to upload the program or the code to the tiny 85. I've mentioned it. You can follow the video program, the tiny 25, 24, 85 for step to program them through Arduino Uno. And for my design, to save time, I designed a tiny IC interface board. That is a yellow on the yellow board on the top of the Arduino Uno. And it's convenient for me too to program either a tiny 85 series or a tiny 84 series. So the yellow board on the Arduino Uno is the interface board that I said and I create to save time. And the A-pin IC on the yellow board is a tiny 85. And additionally, next to it is a 14-pin IC that for a tiny 84, 44, 24, something. And when we connect the board and the Arduino board to the computer with the USB cable, and we open Arduino IDE and select tool, board, and select a tiny controller and select a tiny 25, 45, 85. And select the processor is a tiny 85, clock with internal 1 megahertz, and port is depend on the port. When you connect the USB to your computer, in mine it show the Arduino port. And for program, you select the Arduino as ISP and click Catch and Upload. That's all. And again, if you want to know exactly the step to do without a board like mine, and you can again go to see the video program at tiny 25, 45, and 85. Okay, last design step, that is step 6. Install the program it at tiny 85 to the PCB board and test it. And on the picture, that is a final assembly. And only one A-pin IC on the board. It should be a tiny 85. You can use any software to design the enclosure, and I use the SolidWorks. It's the white one cover. And when you connect it into it, when you have a provider power 24 volt and the LED strip, and you can turn it on and off by click on the CH button and the previous, next, and play to adjust the brightness. And next slide, I will show you the demo how it works. Okay, this is the last step that I can demo the design for the brightness control. This is a controller board with complete assemble, and this is a power supply, and I provide a 24 volt to the board, and this one is a LED bar, and this one IR sensor, and this one is IR remote control. Now on the program, we set up this channel, the middle one, that is on off, and this one, the previous, next, and play. We assign it for low, medium, and high brightness. So let's turn on the LED. We can hit on the channel. Okay, and look into the power supply. You see the 63, 64 milliamp. That is what I know is the higher for that LED bar strip. And now we can hit the previous to the lower, to adjust it to low brightness. See, and you see the 34. And the minimum will be a little higher, and 46, and go higher again, 64. Okay, and it will turn off the light. Turn it off. That's it. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.